You saved me. Why?
Monkey.
You guys really had to do me like this, huh? Of course, the second most popularly requested Origin for me to play is the joke one. Well, if you're new here, welcome to my Origins-SMP series where I play an Origin you suggest for one entire day. Today, I played the Monke, so let's swing into it. Get it? Swing into it? Okay. If you enjoyed this video, it would be a massive help to me if you hit the like and subscribe button. This series is pretty much exclusively fueled by community suggestions and requests, so it's great feedback for me to see how many people are actually interested in the content I'm making, and for me to judge how much interest there is in this Origin-SMP series. If you're a subscriber to this channel, you already know this, but chances are you're probably not. That being said, it's likely you're unfamiliar with what mod pack I'm playing. I'm playing on the Origin-SMP mod pack from the CurseForge launcher. This mod pack has many exciting races to explore, along with 14 different classes to choose from. If you have no idea what I just said, feel free to check out my tier list videos on the mod pack. Links will be in the description, and there should be cards on screen throughout the video. In this series, I don't plan on beating the game. I just want to take my time and learn about the Origin in my own single-player world. I played the Monke for one day, and this is what I learned. So guys, I hate to break it to you, but this Origin really does not have too much going for it. In fact, you could argue most of its design is mainly disadvantages, but you voted for me to play this, so let's get into it. First, I'm going to start with the basics about the Monke before we get into pretty much the only interesting thing about the Origin. Let's start with hydrophobia, a classic disadvantage we see around these parts all the time. Rain hurts and water hurts. I get the water part, right? Because if you didn't know, monkeys can't swim, but a large portion of monkeys live in rainforest, and it rains all the time. So I don't know how accurate it is that monkeys die when in contact with rain, but I guess it's Minecraft, so let's move on. The Monke is also a vegetarian. This means, as I'm sure you're able to tell, they can't eat meat. This isn't really an upside or a downside. Being a vegetarian still means you get to eat golden carrots and golden apples, so that's really the endgame food, so that's perfectly fine. It just means it's a little harder to keep yourself fed in the early game because you're going to need to set up a farm and keep yourself fed, which I guess can be annoying to some people. The next passive the monkeys have is called the Comfort of the Jungle. The Monke must sleep on leaf blocks or above Y level 75. If you didn't know, Y level 75 is not very high off the ground, so this really isn't that much of an issue at all. All you have to do is find a small to medium-sized hill and just plop down your bed. Sleeping on leaves is a nice way to work around this. That basically means you can sleep anywhere you want as long as you bring leaves with you. I don't know why you might want to sleep like underground or something, but it's possible. In the clip you're seeing, I think I'm on Y level 73, so I technically shouldn't be able to sleep on this level, but because my bed is on a bunch of leaves, I was able to sleep wherever I wanted to. Naturally, as the Monke, you can basically sleep wherever you want as long as there are leaves or trees around. Okay, I know that was fast, but we're actually at the big one, the last and probably the most important ability the monkeys have. The monkeys only have 4 abilities or attributes to their Origin, so it's a pretty simple Origin off the top, but this last ability is anything but simple. The Monke's main ability is called Tree Swinger. This lets the Monke shoot out a grapple and fling themselves to the target destination. I'll admit this ability actually takes some time and effort to get used to, but it's actually more fun than I'd care to admit. If you know any cool tricks about the Monke's Tree Swinger ability that I missed, make sure to leave it down in the comments below. The first thing you need to know about this ability is that it's a grapple. It's not a teleport, and your movement is affected by gravity and collision. That means if you grapple to the top of a tree, and you're standing in a way that your head is going to hit the leaves on the way up, your head is going to hit the leaves on your way up, and you're probably going to take a nasty fall. You must also be on the ground to cast this ability. You can be sprinting, but your feet must be on some sort of solid block to cast this. When first casting the ability, the Monke throws out a fishing line that represents the grapple hook. You can then recast the grapple before it lands to throw yourself even further. Sprinting and jumping before recasting is a great way to travel a decent amount further with this ability, so if you're trying to get somewhere far away, make sure to sprint and jump before recasting. The grapple does not damage, but it does stick to enemies like a fishing rod might. I wanted to try and see if an Elytrain could take the monkey for a ride, but it didn't really seem like that worked. Even though the actual grapple can stretch very far, I think there's a cap on how far you can actually travel with this ability. Hypothetically, this could be used in like hand-to-hand combat. If you're fighting each other with a sword and your opponent starts to run away from you, you can try and stick them with your grapple and recast it to try and close the gap, but I feel like that's a pretty rare circumstance. Well, I think that is it. Something interesting in my Discord happened the day I recorded this, and apparently the monkey is temporarily disabled because it's getting reworked by the author. I think this Origin has a lot of potential, and if it does actually get reworked by the author, I'll make sure to make an update video. I played the monkey for a day, and that is what I learned. Did I miss anything? Be sure to comment down below if I missed any tips or tricks with the monkey that you may have found. I hope you learned something in this video, and if you did, it would mean a lot if you subscribed and hit that like button. Is there a specific Origin you'd like to see me try out next? Make sure to vote in the straw poll below, and you can see if the Origin you vote for will be in my next video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.